Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm streaming Darcey and Stacey and their performance on last night's episode, and oh Lord, we'll talk all about it. Anyways, you guys, welcome to the Melanated Way. I'm Linda Antwi. We are covering Darcey and Stacey, season 4, episode 10, Gin and Toxic, and it is all about the toxic. Last week, you guys, I laughed and laughed and laughed, and I'm still sticking to the fact that I think that this is their best season yet. However, this episode was like, meh. I don't know if it was because of, I don't know, but it's meh. Anyway, shout out to the live chat. I see you, Joslo and Texas Gina, and I know it's late there. Thank you for being here. And bottom of the screen, you can see where you can support the show at lindaissogirlie. And what else was I going to say? Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, that all being said, let's talk about Gin and Toxic. So Darcey's meeting up with Michael. Aw, Connie, you're the best. Thanks for the super sticker, Connie. You're the best. So Darcey and Michael meet up in Miami. Now, Michael's in town from Los Angeles. Oh, love right back at you, Connie. I guess they flew him in. I'm not really sure what Michael does. Like, he's a DJ, but then he's like a designer, I think. I don't know. All I know, he's like 2 Chainz Michael, I don't know. Michael, Money Michael, rapper Michael, DJ Michael, Michael D. I don't know. I'm being an asshole. Whatever it is, I don't know. I felt like he wasn't the best DJ either. Like, I felt like he was pretending to DJ. And when Darcey and Stacey were ready to perform, he wasn't on his game. It was like, they're waiting for you to hype it up. And another thing I wanted to say is that they should have had the crowd already hyped so that they're already up here and partying. So Darcey and Stacey's performance didn't sound so trash. But I mean, I'm just coming from, an event planning background. The event was not what I was expecting. I guess that's what I'm saying. So anyways, Darcey and Michael meet up, and
thanks for using.
She's wearing her J-Lo dress and she's feeling herself, and Michael's saying she looks great and hyping her up and all of that stuff. And they're getting ready for this event that they're doing, House of 11 / Impossible Kicks launch party at the store. And so they sit down and want to celebrate. But did you notice that neither of them could open the champagne bottle? I mean, if you're popping bottles all the time, you're so highfalutin, Darcey. Why can you guys not even open a simple bottle of champagne? It cannot be that hard. But between the two of them, it was like freaking frack. Poor things. Bless their hearts. So Darcey continues to talk about how she's still mad at Stacy and Florian for the photo shoot, and she feels betrayed, and she feels left out, and she would never. Okay, calm down, Darcey. First of all, your feelings are just hurt. That's what it is. You want to, in my opinion, micromanage. And if you guys are indeed 50-50 partners and you guys are twinsies, then she should be able to make an executive decision once in a while. And you even admitted that she never gets to make a decision. So let this be water under the bridge. So my question to all of you guys right now is, do you think Darcey bosses Stacey around? Just curious. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. If you're watching the replay, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm just curious what you guys think, because maybe I'm wrong. That being said, she's saying like, oh, I don't understand why Florian is the face of our brand. Face of what brand? Face of, like House of 11. We all know it just has like the logo. No one's going to think anything about anything. And this event wasn't even that big. Where was all that marketing stuff? Like, why am I listening to you complain about the marketing campaign and the photo shoot, and we didn't see one iota? Did we see anything at the store, y'all? Because I didn't see anything. I didn't see pictures of Florian hanging from the ceilings. So I feel like, what are we arguing about exactly? But whatever. Michael, I feel, is a shit disturber. And so he's like, you know what? I don't think that that sounds like Stacy at all. I think that Florian pushed her to do it because, remember when I talked to him and told him he needed to go get a job and he got all aggro on me? He probably just wanted to get this modeling job and keep it in the house and show Stacy that he's actually. I'm like, first of all, no new friends. Second of all, we've seen you maybe half a dozen times. And all of a sudden you've been presented as the bestie, right? But you're not into their day to day. You definitely don't know Florian and you don't know their lives. So, like, why are you butting into this situation and filling Darcey's already angry head with more bad thoughts? Warrior Mom says Darcey definitely bosses Stacy around. Darcey is a control freak. Yeah, you know what? I can't say that I disagree with you, Warrior Mom. I feel like she's very bossy. I feel like she treats Stacy like Stacy's a second class twin. It's very odd. Yeah, I'll leave it there. So anyways, Michael's creating all these issues, I think. And, when you're stirring the pot and someone's already upset, you're just going to make them more upset. And I think that that's wrong of him. And so Darcey's just like worried. She's like, we have a lot at stake for this event and we're back in stores and we just need to make it sure that everything goes well and blah, blah, blah. And Michael's like, yeah, I'll handle it. I got your back. I got your back, girl. You know me. I got your back. Well, I feel like anytime you come into town, 2 Chain Michael, blue hair Michael, money man Michael, you cause problems. That's how I feel. I feel like you cause problems. I feel like you put salt in the wound. That's how I feel. So we flash forward to Stacy and Florian, and it's launch day, right? I don't trust Michael either, Warrior Mom. I don't trust him either at all. So we fast forward to launch day, and Stacy and Florian arrive first, and they arrive at the store. They're redoing the mannequins, and they're putting the House of 11 gear on the mannequins. And I started laughing because can you imagine if you're the store owner and you've set up the store already, and all of a sudden these 2 randoms come in and they start like changing your mannequins? That's not really how it works. Like, unless you set that up previously, don't touch my shit. This is my store. But while they're doing it, they have a funny moment. I think this was the only funny moment. Anyone who's married or who's been in a relationship, you guys know, like you're washing the dishes and your partner is like slapping you on your booty, squishing your tatas, all the things. And so it's always funny when you flip it on them because they get all like antsy. The guys are like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Which is exactly what happened with Stacy and Florian. Stacy uses the arm of the mannequin to slap Florian's behind, and he hates it. And he's like freaking out. And she's like, what? Why are you being so uptight? But he's falling in line with every other dude. If you do that to any other dude, they forget that they do that to us like all day, every day. But do it to them once and you'll see. Try it. It's quite funny. They get all like antsy. You got ants in your pants. So then Darcey and Michael show up, and Darcey already has a bad attitude, not even sure like how long I can take bad attitude Darcey. She's not as funny and fun when she's just constantly angry. And we've been seeing a lot of constantly angry Darcey this season. So she comes in with her bad attitude per usual. And then finally Johnny shows up, who is the business owner of Impossible Kicks. And he greets them all. He's like, well, let's have a successful event. What will make it What will make it a What will make it a successful event? Well, if they sell more than 25% of the merchandise, right? And if they do that, then he's willing to expand their line into his other stores. So what I find interesting, you guys, is the fact that we talked about these sweatsuits, the hoodie and pants, and the wings in the back. And I told you like 3 weeks ago that obviously it was a success because these are on their website. I think the hoodies are like $150. And so you can imagine they almost sold out. There was only a few left on the shelf. So even though the event didn't look, in my opinion, like it was super successful, people were buying what they were selling. So what do I know? So, here you see someone taking a look at the wings, saying, oh, I love the wings in the back. The guy tries it on. I guess he buys it. And everyone loves the colors and the wings and whatnot. So meanwhile, do you guys remember Paul and Karini? Do you remember when Paul used to wear the bulletproof vest everywhere he went? I have pictures if you guys don't remember, but he used to wear a bulletproof vest everywhere he went. And then I saw this pink, is it a vest? Because to me, it looks like a pink bulletproof vest that Michael is wearing here. And it just made me think of Paul. And I'm wondering if anyone else thought of Paul in this situation, but apparently he's DJing. I feel like he was faking the funk. I didn't hear any music. I didn't see anyone like jamming. I just saw him doing like this, like pretend. Waka, 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 waka. Anyways, he decides, because he's such a busybody, and you can see it in his face right here, that he wants to talk to Florian about the photo shoot. First of all, none of your business. None of your business. None of your business. But he goes over and he is talking to Florian, and he's like, so, like, are you trying to sabotage the twins? You're going behind their back doing photo shoots? And Florian's like, what? What are you talking about? First of all, it's not your problem. Second of all, it's none of your business. He tells them to STFU and says, you know, I told you last time, don't come at me. Don't come to my face. Don't talk to me. And then he's like, no more talk to me. I don't like to talk to chihuahuas. That was like completely appropriate. If I wanted an analogy, that is a completely appropriate analogy, where this dude right here, look at his face, and let me just blow it up a little bit. This dude right here, absolutely coming at Flo like a little chihuahua, like a little possessed chihuahua, like jumping into business that he has no business being in. So he's like, I don't know, more talk to me. I don't talk to chihuahuas. If you want to take it to a different level, man, we can take it to a different level. And Michael's like, oh, are you threatening me? Then he goes on to say, you owe the girls an apology. And he's like, first of all, Florian says, Darcy need to apology me what she acting, and you need to apology me what you acting, and not be in my effing business. I don't have time for you. Stop acting like a chihuahua. Listen, I love Florian. I think Florian absolutely makes the show a lot of the time. So Florian's not having it. And you know what he quickly does? He quickly goes and runs to Stacy and says, what's up with Michael? Michael is in my business. He's telling me all this stuff. And I already told him, don't talk to me. Don't come in my face. And what is Darcy saying? All the things, right? So Stacy bucks up a little bit. She's like, are you talking shit about us to Michael? And Darcy's like, that's my friend. I can tell my friends when I'm upset and tell them whatever I want to tell them. And so do you have a problem with that? And you see that Stacy takes a step back. Now, I don't know if she takes a step back because she's scared of Darcy, because I really do think that she's scared of Darcy, and she's scared of losing Darcy, and she's tired of Darcy always being mad at her. So I don't know if she is taking a step back for that reason, or if she's taking a step back like, I don't want to have drama. It's unprofessional because we're at this launch party and it's supposed to be our launch party. Maybe it's a combination of the two. I don't know. Whatever it is, she literally walks away and leaves Florian there to fend for himself. I was like, oh, whoa, okay. That's a new one. So Florian does fend for himself and tells Darcy there's no need to tell Michael anything. and stay out of my business, and walks away. Stacy's super upset by this, right? She's upset about all the arguing, the constant drama. Oh, hello, Shelly from St. Louis, Missouri. Constant drama. And like I said, like, I don't know if these two will ever get on the same page again, because all it's ever been this season is fighting. But I'll tell you what, as soon as Darcey gets herself a man, the fighting will stop. Mark my words. Mark my words. Darcey has too much free time. She's feeling not validated. She's feeling not beautiful. And the reason being is because she is single and she's not getting the attention that she needs, right? So Stacy gets all the attention from her husband, Florian. Darcey's here, no attention, right? And she's feeling low because Cicero dropped her, didn't work out with a couple of other guys that she was set up on dates with. And then we'll talk about who she really wants to be with now, which, again, it's unfortunate because I feel like she wraps up her self-worth in the hotness of the attention she gets from a man, which I think is quite sad, personally. So Darcey and Stacey, remember, they went to the studio. The producer was like, these two suck, but they have self-confidence in when they're performing, so we'll have to make it work. So here we are, after writing their music and I'm assuming practicing. Darcey and Stacey come up to Money Michael and his pink vest, and he's not ready. I just felt like he was the worst DJ ever. He wasn't ready. They sat there waiting for him. They're doing like the ooh 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 ah 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 ooh 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 ah 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 ooh ah while they're waiting for him, right? And then, yes, it's a microphone time. Mic check 1 2. As they're getting ready to perform, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Darcey had a DNS belt on, which stands for Darcey and Stacey. I thought that was kind of fantastic. And here is one of the lyrics that they just kept saying. I'm on top. Hair did, nails did, I'm on top. I'm on top. Woot, woot, I'm on top. Hair did, nails did, I'm on top. Yeah. That was terrible, but I think it was even better than what they did. And let me tell you, kids don't lie. Kids can't cover their face when they think something is crazy. This kid, look at his face, because he was like, I don't understand what's going on here. Are they talking? Are they rapping? Are they singing? And why are they doing that? And it sounds terrible. All the things, all wrapped up in his face. Shanta. Oi, that was horrible. Even the owner of the store, if you look at his face, he's like smirking. Everyone's like a little confused, like, what's happening? Why are we doing this? Why are we listening to this? No one understood. But everyone's just like looking in awe in like a stunned way, not a good way. And even Florian and their friend Jen was like, look at these people's faces, you guys. Everyone was shocked and appalled. Shocked and appalled. Gina's laughing. Warrior Mom's laughing. And Warrior Mom says my rendition was better. Yeah, it actually was. So the bar was set very, very low. So all I said was wow. Just wow. And here's the thing that cracked me up the most, you guys. Darcey sat there to camera and said, I feel like our performance was a huge success. Whether it sounds good or not, it's all just about confidence. I died of laughter. I died of laughter because, you know what? I'm wondering how many artists feel that way. Like, hey, I could suck, but if I just come with a little bit of bravado, a little bit of auto-tune, do I sound like anyone? Hint, hint. international superstar. Anyways, let me not get in on him. So, Darcey and Stacey make up for the umpteenth time. Stacey apologizes to Darcey. Darcey doesn't really apologize to Stacey, but does say, like, hey, you know I was being a jerk. And my note says, oh my God, Darcey's so mean. She's so mean to Stacey. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I couldn't have a twin that is like so mean to me. Anyways, apparently the whole event was a big success. According to Johnny, all the items flew out of the store, so they'll have other opportunities to expand into his other stores. Aw, thank you. By the way, I love your hair. It looks beautiful, just like you. Oh, well, thank you, Warrior Mom. That is so very kind. Heart. Thank you. So they get home from the event and they're gonna have like a spa self-care day. What, you guys? Because listen, this is why you just can't go and eat at anyone's house. You have to know who they are and you have to really trust them. Do you know what I mean? You have to really trust them because Darcey has her feet in a pot and she's like soaking the bunions and corns off her feet. And Stacey shows up. They're both exhausted. And Stacey's like, are you putting your feet in the same pot you made pasta out of the other day that we just ate? And Darcey's like, yeah, and literally had no care in the world, y'all. Not a care. Not a care in the world that she was doing that. Ew. Ew. Anyways, Darcey has a surprise for Stacey. She is going to plan Stacey's bachelorette party. And she's like, I got you, girl. We're going to have a traditional party. We're going to go to New York City and whoop it up. And Stacey's like, well, I like the idea that it's a traditional party, but I also want it to be co-ed because she wants Florian to be able to party it up as well. So Darcey's like, okay with that. And then Stacey says, because she knows how Darcey is, he's going to want to bring Georgie because that's his friend and one of his only friends. Are you going to be okay with that? And Darcey said she's going to be okay with it. Now, here's what I keep telling you, those two are getting back together. And I'm pushing it all the way saying that they're going to have the twin wedding that they've been talking about. Because Darcey can't talk how crazy she's been talking and acting how crazy she's been talking. That doesn't make sense, does it? Darcey can't talk as crazy as she's been talking about Georgie and acting crazy towards him if she didn't really care. Because if you don't care, if you're done with someone, you kind of just don't care about it anymore. But the way she talks about him and acts about him, and she ruins her whole day. She can't make a milkshake or a protein shake or whatever it is without spilling all over the place. She can't have a bad attitude written all over her face whenever she sees him. That means you still have some unresolved feelings about this dude. And I personally think that you're going to get back together. And that's why it doesn't work out with anyone else. And even this new dude, like, what's the difference between Georgie, who is the masseuse and ex-model, and then the trainer? I think the trainer's even younger than Georgie. Like, I don't know. I just, the devil, you know what I mean? So, she's fine if Georgie shows up and she says she's going to be all good. Yeah, I think there's a power struggle between them as well, Shelly. I absolutely agree with that. But Darcey takes the power 99.9% of the time. So she's planning the bachelorette party, but of course, she has to also tell Stacey about the hot guy that Leslie set her up with, Zach, and shows pictures of Zach, and you see Zach with the 6-pack, 8-pack, 10-pack on the screen here that Stacey's looking at. And, Darcey's excited because she feels like this guy is more up her alley type of guy she's used to dating. Long hair, chiseled, really looks like someone Darcey would like. And Darcey says, I've been all around the world. Normally I like exotic types and I've dated all types of men from all around the world, but he's from America. So back to America, baby. She's excited about her date. And so she wants to kind of rub it in Stacy's face. So she's getting ready for her date. And she decides that she's going to wear this sparkle bikini. And she literally, you guys, was going to just walk out of the house with the sparkle bikini, but then decided to put like a hoodie or something over top of it, because she doesn't want to scare Zach away right away. Have we not Darcey? Like, honestly, I'm all about wear whatever makes you feel beautiful, but like also have some common sense. Do you know what I mean? Wear whatever you want. I'm all about that, but also have common sense. Okay, that's it. They're supposed to be going kayaking. And so Darcey gets to the pier and she's so excited to see Zach. She thinks he's so hot. He has a to die for smile. She loves his eyes. She loves the fact that he looks exotic. She loves his abs. She loves his hair. Peace, love, and harmony. Joy. Joy to the world. Anyways, she was acting like that. And it was extra, in my opinion. Like, calm down. Calm down, Darcey. Calm down. But a storm's coming, which I don't know if you take that as a sign or not, but a storm came, so they had to get a rain check. Instead of going kayaking and being outdoors and active, they decided that they're going to go to the bar instead. So they sit at the bar and, start to get to know each other. He's Afghan, so his parents are from Afghan. I guess they met in Italy. And he was born in California. He's a personal trainer. And he's like, yeah, most of the trainers here in Miami, they really go for training like the hot women and or the athletes. But that's not me. I've been there and done that. Now I'm really just focusing on the children and seniors. Okay, Zach. Okay, Zach. This Zach right here in the Speedos. Who are you focusing on again? You're not trying to train any of the hot women or the athletes, Zach. You know what? I'm going to try to just be on my best behavior. I'm just trying to say, y'all, like, don't say that you're a community activist and helping, the less fortunate and all this stuff, and you're not really going for the hot people or the athletes, and then show me pictures like this. I just think you sound ridiculous. Vanessa says, yeah, he's focused on the seniors. Senior Darcey. Okay. So, so he's talking about how he's going to save the world one senior at a time. And Darcey's like, yeah, okay, so first of all, Darcey, we've seen her work out for like 5 minutes. We saw her do like the bouncing thing, remember that? And then we saw her do like the yoga headstand. And in a combination of total 5 minutes. But Darcey tells Zach that she's getting back to working out, and in the middle of the bar decides that she's going to show him how she does her squats and talk about yoga. And I was like, I feel like squats and yoga poses are like two different things, but like, again, what do I know? right? If she loves it, I love it for her. And then she's like, sits down. She's like, I know I'm small. He's like, oh, you're not small. You're like fun size. I'm going to tell you something, okay? Come closer. Closer. A guy that says you're fun size does not think you're sexy. If he's literally saying you're fun size, he's not feeling you. You're welcome. So she thinks that they have amazing sexual tension. She gets 100% inappropriate as far as I'm concerned. When she's looking at him, she asks him, do you like older women? He says he does, because they know what they want. She's talking about the eggplant that she sees in front of her, and it was awkward. Like, I didn't even know what to do with that. And that's why I don't even know what to do with it now. She literally says that she's in awe while she's on this date. I mean, really, Darcey? That's the impression you're giving on the first date? Because to me, if I was the dude, I would think that listen, if he wasn't celibate, he would definitely go and hit it and quit it, because you're putting it out there like that. If you want a man of substance, come with some substance. If you want to, and there's nothing wrong with hitting it and quitting it. If that's what you want, you're a grown-ass woman, but then say that. But then don't come back and cry that you don't have a long-term relationship, because you're not putting long-term relationship out there. You're putting, hey, I want to have some fun. I want to hit it and quit it, which is fine too, but just know what you want. If you don't know what you want, then that's why you're getting mixed signal and you're not attracting the man that you want. The man that you want is not going to, in my opinion, gonna think that you want anything long-term when you're talking about the eggplant in his pants and throwing yourself at him and making everything about sex. If you're making everything about sex right off the bat and you've known him for 5 minutes, he's gonna think, okay, this is about sex. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, please tell me, because, I'm not obviously a relationship expert, but I'm also not dumb. Right, and that's fine. Warrior Mom says she's acting like a cougar out to have fun. Okay, but that's fine. Be the cougar out to have fun, but then don't come back crying that you don't have a ring on your finger. Decide what you want and go with it. If you want to go and have fun, go and have fun. If you want a long-term relationship, then you're going to have to come at it in a different way. So, she's like throwing herself at him, and he's picking up what she's putting down. So then he says to her, I hope this is not a deal breaker, but I'm celibate. And he says, I've been celibate for 2.5 months, and I go in spurts. I go for like 4 months to 6 months, and then I release it. But, when you do it, you feel invincible. He can channel his energy and travel dimensions. And he just really is like, you know what? To me, it's not about sex. He rather, quote, stimulate a woman's mind mentally. He feels that's way better than having sex. So again, I feel like he's telling Darcey, you're saying you want this, and I'm telling you I'm not providing that. Darcey is saying like she likes how he's deep and intellectual and all the stuff, but then her actions are not showing that. And he's like, hey, you're throwing yourself at me and I'm not buying it. Warrior Mom, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Love, 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 love. So here we are. We have Darcey, who is all about the physical, and then we have Zach, who's all about the mental. Where does that leave us? She's like, well, can you break the rules? So she's already trying to change who he's saying he is. Right? She is saying, hey, don't be celibate. Be with me. He does feel like she woke something up in him a little bit. That's been sleeping for a while, he says, and he feels like Darcey's going to get him in trouble. But if he's someone that is true to his actions, and if he's someone that's like, hey, this is what I'm about, then he's going to stick to what he's about. If he's been doing this for 2.5 months, are you going to meet someone for 5 minutes who throws himself at you and be like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore? I mean, maybe. If he doesn't have the courage of his convictions, then maybe. So date's over. He's trying to say goodbye to her, and Darcey says, well, maybe the night doesn't have to end so soon, hinting again, like maybe you come back with me, I come back with you. And it was silence, you guys. It was crickets. And Zach's like, crickets. And then the standard line, I had a great time with you. He hugs her. She wraps her legs around him. So then he picks her up. She goes for a kiss. He gives her a small peck in return, puts her down, tells her that, quote, she's adorable, and maybe I'll see you sometime this week. I'm going to translate that for you. Okay. Had a great time with you. Great to meet you. Maybe I'll see you around. I'm not that into you. That's what that translates to, if anyone had any questions or concerns. Darcey's not going to see it like that. But again, his actions and body language and his words matched up with, I'm not really feeling this, and you're doing a lot right now. Between pointing out eggplants, who does that, wrapping your legs around someone you literally just met? What? Like, okay. Here's what my note says. Oh, Darcey. Oh, Darcey. So, Darcey's just got to decide what she really wants. You want a long-term relationship, Darcey, or do you want to just, have fun? Both are equally fine. You just have to decide which one you want. So they're wrapping up for the Bachelorette party, and Stacy, Darcey, and Leslie decide that they're going to have a spa day, and they're going to go get their VJJs rejuvenated. All I know, you guys, is I've never done it. I will never do it. People say never, but I'm just not a needle person, and that looked like it hurt. So all I can tell you is they got this thing called an O shot. It's supposed to target the pleasure spots. And it's platelet enriched plasma. And she explained it like you have a stale bun that you want to make a hot dog with. So then you make the stale bun more spongy, and then it won't be stale anymore. And so Darcey goes first. And as she's getting ready to get the O shot, Leslie says Zach called her and said that he loved your energy. And again, that means nothing. I love your energy. That does not mean I'm attracted to her. I want to see her again. She was lovely. I want to get to know her. I loved her energy, is what he said. And the thing that I didn't like about Darcey is that as Leslie's trying to give her feedback, Darcey is talking over her. So guess what? Leslie stops telling her what Zach was saying. Of course, she's going to think it's something else, and she's going to get her feelings hurt. So there's 3 shots that go in, and then Stacy goes, and Stacy gets the same shots because, they have to do everything equally together. And then they call Florian and they show him, and I died of laughter because Florian is like, what the hell is going on here? Why did you just do that? Why did you show me that? Ah! And then they said Florian is super uptight, but not when you give him a gin and tonic. And Darcey's like, yeah, gin and toxic, which is where the title comes from. What? that, Warrior Mom? Can they do that? Could your doctor do that? Oh, Shelly says, you're on fire and killing it tonight. Loving it. Thanks, Shelly. Wait. Warrior Mom, I need you to answer me. Can doctors do that? Do you mind if I put your comment up on the screen? Let me know, Warrior Mom, and we'll talk about it. So, Vanessa. I don't think it was legal that he did it. I don't think it is either. I'm curious. Vanessa says it's worse than when she FaceTime with shark teeth. You're hilarious. So, they get to New York City and they're ready to have the Bachelorette party of the decade. Darcey comes in. Stacey's all ready to go. Darcey's bought a sash that says bride to be. And then, of course, because she's single and ready to mingle, she got herself her own sash that said Bachelorette. Not maid of honor, but Bachelorette, you guys, because the whole world needs to know that she's single and ready to mingle. Gotcha, Warrior Mom. No worries. So they have sashes, they have a veil, and they're ready to go for this party. Who's coming to the party? Well, it's Michael, Money Michael, Cece. I don't remember Cece. Apparently, Cece's a hand model from Los Angeles. I really don't remember meeting her. Have any of you guys met her before? Because I always say no new friends. And I don't. I know Leslie. I know Michael. I know Georgie. Who is Cece? Am I just blanking and just, I don't know. We know Debbie. We know Raina. I just Fatima. I don't know who Cece is. So, anyways, it's Michael, Cece, Fatima, Debbie, Raina, Florian, and Georgie. Of course, Darcey and Stacey all going to be at the Bachelorette party. We meet Cece first, or we see Cece first. I don't know. Again, who is Cece, y'all? Someone please tell me. Because Cece, the hand model, is trying to pop bottles, and I'm like, are your hands insured? Because if you're making all your money from your hands and you're trying to pop this bottle and you don't know how to, and you're like twisting and turning, I was just waiting for it to explode in your hands. Career over. Then Georgie and Florian show up. They too have champagne bottles, but theirs are already popped, which makes sense to me. And Georgie, of course, goes over to Darcey. It's like, hey, Darcey, how you doing? And rubs her arm, and she freaks out. She's like, I am not a pet, and gives him like the stankiest of stank eyes. And I'm like, Darcey, okay, calm down. You already said that you were cool with this, and now you have a big ass attitude, and it's just, you're 48 or whatever. It's unnecessary. Like, just grow up. But between her and Michael, they're making it uncomfortable for everyone. And this is something that I just don't like about Darcey, is the fact that she makes everything about herself. This is supposed to be Stacey's moment. Even Stacey can't go and buy a wedding dress without you making it about her. Stacey can't go and buy or go cake tasting for her wedding cake without you making it about you. Stacey can't do a photo shoot without you making it about you. Like, I don't get it. Like, when does Stacey get her moment to shine? You guys are supposed to be twinsies and equal. Like, when does she get her moment? All right, Warrior Mom, sounds good. So then there's this awkward tension. And again, I feel like most of it has to do not only with Darcey, but with Michael, Money Michael. I think that he is a shit disturber, and I think he likes to cause chaos in everyone's lives. So, Darcey has 100% attitude towards him. And, I get it. You're mad at him, all the things, but it creates an awkward tension. And this moment is not supposed to be about her. It's supposed to be about Stacey. And so she tries to snap out of it a little bit and says, hey, let's all get on the party bus. And Florian's like, party bus? I'm not getting on a bus. Like, why would you get a bus? It should be like a limo. And then, of course, Georgie jumps in because that's his bro. He's like, yeah, it should be a limo. We should go to the club. We should go to, party. And Darcey's like, it is like a limo once you get inside. I put a lot of time and effort into this, so just everyone calm down. And then Michael decides that he's going to buck up. And, he just bucked up earlier in the day towards Florian. And now he's doing the same thing towards Georgie. And he starts to have like an argument with Georgie. And Georgie's like, back up, bro. Just back up. And my note is Michael is fighting with everyone. And he's creating more tension in the air. And guess what? He's going to get knocked out. What you're not about to do with the blue hair and the pink vest. What you're not about to do is buck up on 2 of the Euros, because the 2 Euros are besties and they will gang up on you and knock you the F out. So, Michael, why don't you go ahead and take several seats, stay out of other people's relationships, stop trying to act like you know what's going on and you're trying to be the protector of all protectors, and stay in your own lane. How about that? You're a guest, be a guest, act like a guest, and stop acting like you're running stuff, because again, no new friends. On that note, you guys, that was everything. We see a sneak peek of next week's episode, and it looks a mess. Looks like a ton more fighting. Looks like Darcey is fighting with Georgie. Georgie's fighting with Michael. Everyone's just fighting. So we'll see but then all of a sudden they're in the middle of Times Square and everyone's taking a selfie. So I guess they all make up. We'll find out. You guys don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know if you're going to be watching Seeking Brother Husband, because I will be covering it. I'm going to have a special guest host. We're going to do our coverage on Wednesdays, but this week, because we just put it together, we are going to be doing it on Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You're going to love who my guest host is. And this person's going to be my guest host for the entire season. I'm excited about it. So make sure to tune in on Thursday. And after that, every Wednesday, if you're all about Seeking Brother Husband. Shanta, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Texas Gina said, I used to be a limo driver and I used to help run a limousine company called Status Limousines. And our pink limousine was in Friday After Next with Ice Cube, and I got to take the limo to the set. That is so cool. That is a very good story, Texas Gina. We got a celebrity limo in the house. Holla. All right, you guys. See you next time. Bye for now.